Good day traders, it's Forex Evangelist right here, and welcome back to our 30-day course on fundamental analysis. So in today's course, we are going to be looking at the concept of supply and demand. Whether it's the price of Euro USD or Naira to USD or the price of crude oil, comes down to one particular thing: supply and demand. Let me give you one simple example. Imagine a popular musician is coming to your city to perform, and tickets go on sale for 20,000 naira, but there's only 5,000 tickets available, but 20,000 people wants to attend. In this example, what happens? Sellers is going to raise prices because demand is exceeding supply, and what will happen? Price will go up because there is scarcity of the tickets. 5,000 tickets available as against 20,000 people who wants to attend. Now imagine the same concert. 5,000 tickets are available, but only 1,000 people wants to attend. What happens in this scenario? Prices will drop because the number of supply is now bigger than the number of demand. So people who wants to sell are now going to find it difficult to find buyers or customers. So in order for them to sell, they are most likely going to crash their prices so they can be able to sell. And this is the same thing that happens in the financial markets. Let's use crude oil as an example with the Strait of Hormuz, with the recent war that happened between the United States and Iran. Now, during the course of this war, there was a blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, but people still demand crude oil. But no single ship could pass through a tiny choke point where 20% of global crude oil passes through every single day. So in that scenario, what happens? Supply is affected, but there is huge demand. So prices are going up because demand is higher than supply. Not that there are not enough crude oil, but the logistics of moving those crude oil from one point to another is not there. Marketers are scared that maybe if they pass through the Strait of Hormuz, their tankers could be attacked, and we saw those scenarios during the period of that war. Now, if we also look at the opposite, so after a ceasefire, we saw crude oil prices were falling. Even as at the point of recording this video, you could see the price of crude oil is pushing to the downside because there has been a ceasefire, and the Strait of Hormuz, according to reports, is now opened, though no much traffic around the Strait of Hormuz. But that is because marketers are now moving crude oil and demand is now being able to match with supply. So prices will fall because there is no shortage fears in the crude oil market. This is exactly how it works across currencies and other financial instruments. You ask yourself, how much of this instrument is in demand and how much of this instrument is in supply? That is how you gauge, even with currencies, looking at economic indicators, which we are going to talk about in our subsequent videos, how you can use it to gauge if this currency is in demand or if this currency is all about supply. Which one is bigger? This is what supply and demand actually is, not just supply and demand on the technical charts. So fundamental analysis is all about figuring out if traders are actually buying this currency or they're actually selling this currency or any financial instrument like gold or crude oil. When you understand this and understand supply and demand, you know that it is the engine that drives every move in the financial markets. So I believe you have learned a lot from this few minutes video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and follow Forex Evangelist Cares.